it is a good day to be an Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, or any placement in your chart that you feel like Aquarius is relevant. Um, it feels like some of you went through something really painful in the past that you're about to get like a huge reward from. For some of you, this could be as simple as a divorce. I mean, are some of you divorcing a Libra? Because maybe that's why I was like, I should do Aquarius next. Like the most unhinged order. Like I'm not doing them in order. Maybe I should go back to doing them in order. Like, but that would put Aquarius at the very end of the rope. So no, you know I'm gonna do that. Okay, um, somebody if this is somebody that you were married to, um, I feel like, I mean, you're definitely getting the house. It's like there's something where, and like I can try to read this in a second as in another way, but or maybe I'll try to generalize it. But somebody could have potentially really gotten you really disillusioned. So it does feel like it is a masculine or a man. It feels like somebody who seemed like he was really committed and like a solid, stable choice initially, and then maybe he did some fuck shit, and maybe he even had a baby outside of the marriage, and you like still chose to stay with him. Like he could have really did some shit. For some of you, maybe, potentially. For others of you, if you're not married to this person, it could be somebody that like maybe you met when you were too young, and like maybe they married somebody else. I mean, either way, that story still kind of stays the same. Right now, I feel like there's some sort of major wish fulfillment after like a very long, arduous period of heartache and grief. Um, and it feels like all of your time invested into a situation is not wasted. I feel like you're about to definitely reap the rewards, and it does feel like for a lot of you it could be a marriage, because we do have the sun reversed, clarifying Wheel of Fortune off camera. I mean, this could also be somebody that just kept you in the dark or kept some sort of money hidden from you, or even didn't want you to be seen. So, I mean, regardless, whether it's a marriage or just some real controlling asshole in your life, yeah, somebody definitely had a level of control that maybe it wasn't the easiest to deal with. It does feel like there again. It's like this feels like somebody went through something very hard and very difficult, and there's also an energy of like there's a few things coming through. There's one energy of like someone, maybe even multiple people are watching you in the process of having some sort of wish fulfillment, or something's coming true for you. And then some of you also maybe even learned a new skill at some point that could be like making you some money or bringing you in some kind of like wish granted energy. It feels really good. Way better than Libra's reading. Libra is just not having a good couple of weeks, but you are, Aquarius. There's something real good on the horizon for you. Another reason it feels like if it's not a marriage, maybe you were in a relationship with a person for a long time, and it just, yeah. If I feel like a lot of you, this is if it's not a marriage, it's like It could even just be a family member that, like, had a lot of, control over you to some degree. I feel like you could be inheriting some kind of house. Oh, for some of you, this could be like an actual inheritance. Sometimes when the Three of Swords shows up, especially over a King of Pentacles like that, that doesn't always have to be a divorce, man. Sometimes the Three of Swords occasionally can indicate a death, and even the Six of Swords reverse right under him. I mean, some of you might have a dead grandfather or father, a prominent male figure that passed something on to you, and it's not, and it's like maybe haunting the shit out of everybody that he has to. If a divorce doesn't like ring true to you, it's like somebody might be like refusing to leave the earth until this is like rectified. That is like another translation of what this is, because this is like maybe something that happened a long time ago and there's some kind of fortune on its way. And maybe that's also the people that are watching, like, because there is some energy of people watching you get some kind of victory or something that if it hasn't come yet, it's on its way, and it's that is like the present energy too. So it's like if you don't already know what this is, you're about to, maybe allegedly for entertainment purposes only, you're about to. Um, and there is somebody that I feel like a few things are going on here. One thing coming up is you might not have to work anymore if you're working a lot, or if you've been like really like having to sow your oats. Is that the saying? You know, I don't know phrases, but there's something where because that also feels like why this house is being inherited. Again, it's like if it's a divorce, then like yeah, you and the kids are gonna get the house, but there could be like actual property, and it could you might also just have a move unexpected if it's not something that you inherit. You might, although another like indication of something that could be inherited is like you're not having to work for whatever this is necessarily. It could also just be a celebration, and there could be, let's see, what do we got down here? Yeah, um, there is, there does seem to be a man that is going to be financially burdened by whatever this is. He might be a Libra, or that reading might resonate. If you're getting a divorce, it might be the reading for Libra. So it sounds like the other side of this reading. Maybe um somebody is going to be feeling very. There is a man that will be very in his feelings and feeling very sour about whatever is about to happen. Though there's definitely a man that was not particularly interested in seeing you win, and maybe even did things to disrupt or delay some kind of win for you, but you're about to have a win. It's like on the way. Like now. Like right now. I don't know. Maybe. But there's also um there's also some energy of like you may have to learn some new level of balance with whatever this is. Like, if you do come into some kind of money unexpectedly, or some sort of good fortune, or something that you're not used to having, like it's like, for example, if you like inherit a house or you get the house putting your name after the divorce. Like, there might be parts to it that you're not familiar with. That, like, for example, if your husband always took care of that end of things, like, you're gonna have to learn how to do like certain things with it. I don't know. I don't even know. I've never owned a home, so I don't know a good example of that. But it's like there could be upkeep that you don't know about that maybe he took care of, or like the tax, like the property taxes on it. Just make sure that you like learn and educate yourself on whatever it is you have to do, or even if it is like a ton of money that you come into, maybe you've never had a lot of money and you have to like learn how to handle it properly. And there's some energy of like it would be like in your best interest to take some sort of courses on financial literacy or something, or like just educate yourself as best as you can with what to um, do here. And then, and if your husband does have like a new girlfriend or something, that's like another thing that might have to be dealt with in the future. Like if you have kids and then like you have to blend during Christmas, or if you're like forced to see each other during the holidays, that's like another potential message coming through where you're gonna have to like figure out a way to all be in the same room together without, you know, driving a fork into his thigh under the table or whatever. There's something like that that is like another additional message, but it does feel like overall it's looking really good. You had the sun at the bottom of the deck upright that flew out maybe after, and it's right on top of Six of Wands reverse. So it's like you could have been defeated for a long time. You could have been overlooked. You could have been like cheated out of some sort of victory in the past, maybe even some sort of spotlight. It's like there's some kind of new spotlight coming after it was stolen from you to some degree, if that makes sense. And also, it also just feels like winter is going to feel a lot better too. Something about November and December are coming through. Um, you're not gonna have to be like, I feel like you've been very patient and you don't necessarily have to be patient for much longer. And then there's also some sense of like um, finality or conclusion coming, particularly towards the end of the year. I mean, right now is like there's something happening like now. Like there's some energy that is in the process of happening that feels really good. I was kind of scared for a second because Libra's reading was so shitty. It's like, I don't know if I have it in me to deliver any more shitty news to people, but this, but maybe you're divorcing a Libra, or maybe you're divorcing somebody who's dating a Libra, or something. Or maybe you're about to inherit a house that a Libra stole from you. I don't know. There's something going on. There's some kind of triangulation of that. And I just randomly thought of Aquarius. Like, I really picked it at random. Last week, I was a little more strategic on which days I would do which signs. Um, and this time I was like, oh, I think maybe, like, this one, like, it just came to me. So there might be, you might watch that and find something in there that relates to, like, another person that is dealing with this situation within your life. Or, like, it's like you might find, like, your soon-to-be ex-husband's reading in that reading or something. I mean, also, like, don't feel the need to watch that if you don't feel called to it. But, yeah, I mean, it looks really good. I don't know what else I could possibly say to, even top it up. It feels like it's gonna be a very happy time up ahead, and you're not going to have to, you're either gonna like not have to work or not have to work as hard. Or if you were not working or you weren't planning on working, you don't have to. You might even like be able to give up a job you don't really want to deal with anymore. Like there's some really prosperous energy coming up that you're going to be really excited about. Um yeah, that the only thing I see is that you might have to learn how to like juggle finances, or like you might have to learn some kind of new skill as far as like, and that also might require you, if this is a divorce for example, maybe don't be like too rude to your ex-husband on the way out, because you might have to call him for stuff like, who's our lawn guy, or I don't know how big your house is, but it's like something. It's like there might be certain things that like you didn't even know were a thing because maybe he took care of them, and like you might have to call him for certain things like what's the lock code on this, or like where is our electrical outlet, like, or what are they called? Yeah, electrical outlets. No, that's where the plug goes in. Look at me, I don't even know the word for it. The box with all the electrical things. That would be me if I was getting a divorce. I'm like, where's the box with all the electrical things in it? I don't even know where it is. Like, what? So, you might have a few moments like that coming up where you're like, oh, like, I had no idea we had to, I don't know. I had no idea we had an HOA that, like, required us to keep this door color, or I don't know, whatever it is. Like, you might have to just double check some rules in regards to, like, your home and your money, maybe even your neighborhood, something about that coming up. Like, there's just something where you might not be fully aware of certain, like, rules and regulations or paperwork or something of that nature that maybe you didn't take care of in the past. That's, like, the main, like, um, potential, thing that you have to, like, watch out for. Other than that, it's a fucking awesome reading. I feel like the worst is already behind you, and then maybe, like, coming up for your ex or whoever this man is. The worst is up ahead for him. Maybe not the worst, but he's not going to be in the best mood. He just doesn't seem like, he might be a little grumpy, which is like, that was the majority of Libra's reading, was like, there's a man that's going to be kind of grumpy. So if you like this reading, feel free to follow, bookmark, share, do whatever. You don't have to admit that you watch this. I did it. I watch readings too. I don't want people knowing. I would never be like sharing and like reblogging or whatever you call it. So I get it. But you can always tip, donate, or book a personal reading at lunarprofit.com or through the profile. But whatever you decide to do, until next time, good luck, Aquarius.